Hey, it's David. I This is the audio. I went up to the lake today, and I didn't take this with me, so I didn't try to shoot anything while I was up there. Hopefully, we'll get something here. Up in upstate New York. I lived up here for a while, and it's a cool place. A little different, a little cold most of the time. It's beautiful this time of year. Yep. So this Taylor is Mexican made, and it's amazing. It's not solid wood, but with an acoustic, not being solid is kind of an advantage, because if you're traveling or whatever, the climate, temperature changes and everything, the laminate is stronger. And but the setup and everything on this Taylor, right out of the box, it was just amazing. So I'm essentially self-taught. I mean, I took a year of guitar in school back in the 80s. So I learned the fundamentals and things. But one of the things that I taught myself was that thing I was just playing. Right? This is kind of it's an E minor. And then these two strings like that, they sound good. Well, if you drop down, the interval on those strings is the same between the 5 and 6 and 4 and 5. And it's kind of the same sound. And then these two, kind of all sounds good. And so essentially, mentioned Guitar Zoom Academy. So one of the nice things about the Academy, right? So you're just looking at Steve Stein and the stuff that he puts out there. This wasn't even an Academy thing. This is on the internet for anybody. But one of the things that he talks about is how basically when I'm playing these two here, right? That's the you play a full chord. You play a G, which I normally play like this. Which that's how I learned in the 9th grade. And you can also play it like this with 2 fingers. And you drop the top 2 fingers down, and you've got a C. Yeah, so it's really great working with those guys, because it's great when it makes more sense of the stuff that you kind of taught yourself. And with these, I got this during the last year. It's been less than a year, I think. And you've got to play an acoustic to break in the top. So this has a solid spruce top. You got to play it to break it in, so it plays better, sounds better. So what I usually practice is this little D, A7, G, because the D is the bottom 4 strings when you're strumming, and then the A7 is 5 strings, and then the G is 6 strings. So you've got D is the root, D, E, F, G is the 4th chord, and then the A is the 5th. So the 5th chord you can play it as a 7th. So that's just the way they taught it to you. I did learn that from the actual guitar teacher, Mrs. Collins, so I want to thank for that back in the 9th grade. And so for that, it's good to practice. was like, "You've got to be kidding me! You want me to play only 4 strings and only 5?" You know, so it's just, I don't know. Guitar's a great instrument. So you know, as I got further along, I kind of just more and more realized I could play whatever I wanted if it sounded good to me based on whatever. And so that's why I was just playing the top 3 strings. So essentially, that's that's an E, G, C, A, right? So you can figure out whatever those are. They sound good together. There are a number of different reasons. Throw in some other things like a B. A lot of stuff you could do. If you're just practicing strumming, you know, you're trying to break in your guitar, that's what I use this for. So then as far as playing stuff on this, I guess I'll play a couple things, see if we can maybe get a short or 2 out of it. See if I can get a little better grip on the guitar here. I haven't played this very much in a while, so you can tell my fingers aren't quite finding what they're looking for as well as they would if I played this more recently. mosquitoes. Alright, mosquitoes win. Hope you enjoyed the short, or not so short, jabbering video tonight. Thank you. Have a great day.